afternoon. Thank you for joining me. My name is Sergeant Lukens, and today I'm going to talk to you about cycling and why it's good for you and why you guys should take up cycling as a sport. So some of the benefits of cycling, regardless of which bike you choose, there's tons of different bikes out there, but they all provide the same benefit. It's a great low impact exercise. So if you have any kind of like arthritis or if you have knee problems, it might be a good sport for you to take up. It's a great muscle workout. It definitely uses your quadriceps. I know that from doing some of the mountains around here. It's definitely great for your legs. It strengthens bones. Basically any kind of muscle workout is going to strengthen your bones, so that's just one of the benefits. Definitely increases flexibility and stamina, just as most exercise will do that for you. Decreasing stress, anxiety, and depression. Cycling's fun. It's a great workout. So why would you be stressed and anxious if you're out there cycling every day? A decrease in body fat. Who doesn't want to lose body fat? Anyone? Improved posture and coordination. Cycling definitely works your back and neck muscles, so it can help you. Cat Rodriguez, I'm going to ask you to stop laughing because you're distracting me. Improved your posture and coordination. It's easy. I don't know too many people that don't know how to ride a bike. So it's easy. Anyone can do it. It's as intense as you want to be. If you want to go out for a stroll around the block, it's fine. If you want to climb a mountain or do some cycling on the street, it's as hard as you want it to be. It's a great mode of transportation. It's cheap. You burn fat. You do all these great things. So if you could take your vehicle to work every day, you would save a lot of gas money, and it's good for you. So variety. There is a ton of different bikes. So whether you want to ride on the road or you want to ride on the mountains, if you want to do downhill, there's a bike for every need. But the number one for me is that it's fun. Whether I'm on the road or on the mountain, it's fun. I'm having fun. And if you're having fun, then it's something that you should be able to continue doing. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the different styles of bikes and some of the pros and cons for each bike. So the first one, I actually have this very same bike. It's a wonderful road bike. Some of the pros are that it's light and agile versus a mountain bike, which is heavy and sturdy. The over-the-handlebar posture transfers the most power. You're basically kind of getting more for your movement, more bang for your buck with a road bike. It's light, it has thin wheels. So I know if you ever ride a mountain bike on the road, if you jump on a road bike, you'll notice how much faster and efficient it is to be on a road bike. Some of the cons of having a road bike is that it won't take the punishment that a mountain bike will. You can't take this thing off any kind of major jump, bump. They're easily, at least this bike is anyways, it's easily damaged. So it is for the road only. The gear range is high, so riding slow is hard. With a mountain bike, it's a lot. There's many different gears where you're kind of stuck with a certain set of gears on this road bike. So another con I know for a lot of people is that the riding position can be uncomfortable because you're bent over a lot more, especially like with the handlebars like this. So it might be more pressure on your back and your neck. So road bike may not be an option for you, but you can choose a cyclocross or a hybrid bike. This is kind of the best of both worlds. It looks like a road bike, but the tires are actually a lot bigger, so you can take it off-road on dirt trails and things like that. I wouldn't take this down the mountain on single course trails, but whereas a road bike is strictly road, you can do both on this one. So, like it says, it's a marriage of both the road bike lightness and the mountain bike's ruggedness. So, hybrids are roady, comfort bikes are mountainy. So, kind of explains that. Some of the cons are that you can do both. You can do road, but it's not really. If you're a road biker and that's all you do is road biking, if you get on one of these, it's not really. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, if you know what I'm saying. A mountain bike is strictly mountain. So when you jump on one of these, you're kind of like somewhere in the middle. So it may not be comfortable for you because it's not one or the other. So another great bike, and this is very particular. This is a triathlon bike. And it's definitely really only good for people that are doing triathlons or people that are doing timed races. So the benefits to this bike is that it has the aero bars, and that helps increase the aerodynamics. It's got special frame and rims, all designed to increase speed and minimize drag. So what that means is the bike is it's a lot thinner. It cuts through the air a lot easier, if that makes sense. And when you're bent over on those aero bars, you're kind of increasing your drag because you're all hunched over, so the wind can kind of go over you a lot easier. So this bike isn't for everyone. Obviously, I do own one because I did triathlons in Florida. But otherwise, I wouldn't recommend them to the normal people because they can be uncomfortable because you're definitely bent over, and they are very expensive. But just one of the many options. Hardtails. This is a great overall mountain bike. It's somewhat limited in the fact that it doesn't have full suspension. You can do quite a bit with it, but for some of the downhill mountain bikes here, or for the downhill mountain biking that you have in this region, it really can't do a whole lot for you. It'll go off-road, it'll go on some trails, but if you try to do anything like single track or downhill, you're definitely going to feel it. You're going to get beat up. So some of the pros, it's got a beefy frame. It's definitely designed for abuse. So whereas a road bike, you can't really do anything. You can do quite a bit with this one. So some of the cons are that it's heavier. It's definitely a lot heavier because it's made for abuse, basically. And some of the, like when you take this, if you do ride this on the road, it says the knobbies have the snow tire effect on the road, which means it can kind of get a little bit squirrely because they're not designed for the road, designed for the mountain. So, this is my baby. This is a full suspension mountain bike. For me, this is great because you can do anything with it. You can do regular dirt trails. It has a lockout option. I know a lot of people say with the full suspension that you're not getting as much push-pull because when you're going up a mountain, you're losing a lot of movement with the suspension. But you can lock it out so it will act as a hardtail until you want it to be full suspension. And then there's a dial here and here. And so when you come down, it's got the full suspension. When you go up, you can make it however you want. So they are more expensive. There's a lot more pieces and parts, so it's not as simple as a hardtail. If something breaks, it's going to be more expensive to fix. It's definitely a lot heavier. So, and this is kind of like another one of those specialized bikes where it's not for everybody. This is made mostly for downhill mountain biking, which is going off jumps, going down these crazy rock gaps. Mostly for like off-road people that race, they tend to get these kind of bikes. But they are very nice. They have full suspension. You could jump this thing off a bridge and it would be fine. It's awesome. However, they are very heavy and they are super expensive. A bike like this probably costs about $10,000. So yeah, not for everybody, but one of your options. So before you go out and run and get this new bike that you're super excited to ride, some of the do's of bicycling is to wear your PPE. You want to make sure you wear a helmet, gloves, glasses, keep yourself protected. Make sure that you do routine maintenance on your bike. Know your limitations. The first time my husband went out mountain biking, he was trying to keep up with the pros and ended up crashing. So if you don't feel comfortable doing something, don't do it because you're probably going to get hurt. So some of the do nots for road biking mainly. Never ride against the traffic. Don't pass cars on the right because they're probably not going to see you. Never ride beyond your skill level. Don't weave between cars, and don't ride in inclement weather. So in the words of the late great Freddie Mercury, I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. So I hope you guys do. Today I talked about benefits of cycling and all the different bikes, some of the do's and don'ts. Do you guys have any questions for me?
So if you mainly ride on the road, but you occasionally want to ride off-road, what bike would you recommend?
I would recommend the cyclocross, definitely for this area, because a lot of the paved paths will abruptly turn into a dirt path. So if you're on a road bike, you gotta turn around, which I've done many, many times. So that's kind of, if you're just getting started and you're not looking to be solely in the dirt or solely on the road, that's your best bet, because it's gonna get you anywhere, basically. So.
As far as price point, just starting out riding, do I need to spend a lot of money on a bike, like what ones you're talking about out of the gate, or can I go with a cheaper one to get started?
I think you can definitely go with a cheaper one to get started, but you may find that you grow out of it very fast, which is what I did. I bought a bike from the BX to get started off, and after about a month, I'm like, this isn't going to do good for me. I've outgrown this bike already. I need something that's going to be able to let me do what I want to do. So it kind of depends on what your goals are. If you just want to ride to and from work every day, sure, a cheaper bike's going to do that for you. But if you find yourself kind of getting out there and doing some of the more trickier stuff where you need a more expensive bike, you know, somewhere in the middle will probably be a good idea. So, anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks.
All right. Well, I thank you guys for listening to me. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you guys take up cycling. So, with that, that's it. Thanks.
Thank you.